But kind of going off of McNair's kind of off season of getting like Herter and Monk, it was interesting that the Lakers got Rui Hachimura hours after it broke that the Kings had interest in getting Hachimura. And yeah, it kind of that Wizards Lakers connection. Remember, is almost kind of reversed roles here, where they made a deal that left out the Kings, but it's also notable that the Lakers wanted to re-sign Malik Monk, and Malik Monk came to Sacramento, and also that the Lakers were interested in trying to acquire Kevin Herter, but the Kings ended up getting Kevin Herter. I would almost say that the Kings have kind of bested the Lakers. I mean, getting Hachimura was cool. That would have been interesting if the Kings would have gotten him. I don't know how that would work because I always kind of envisioned him more as a power forward than like a small forward or like a wing. But he's a long, athletic player and kind of in the positionless aspect of basketball. I mean, he's going to be a commodity in this league. I mean, he already is. And the Lakers are talking about keeping him long term, obviously. So a good pickup for them. But it would have been interesting to see him on the Kings. I don't know what that deal would have looked like or how realistic that deal was to even happening, considering that news broke right before the Lakers pulled the trigger on it. But you have any thoughts on that?
I mean, not really. I mean, Rui Hachimura, I liked him. He wasn't like a guy at the top of my list. Like, yeah, he probably could have helped out the Kings. Again, I don't know what like you said, the trade would have looked like for him. I think you mentioned that he was traded for 2 second rounders and Kendrick Nunn. So maybe 2 second rounders and Terrence Davis. But yeah, I kind of see him more as a power forward too. Man, he'd be a good guy off the bench, but maybe you can plug him in at that small forward position behind Barnes. But I don't know. He would have been good to help us out, but
I mean, if you're flipping him for Davis, you're getting more length. You're definitely going to be able to utilize him more.
What's his contract?
I think it's expiring, right? Isn't he on a? Well, how long is he? It's end of his rookie deal, I guess. But I think the Lakers are looking to extend him. So we'll see. It's probably I don't know what he's going to get paid. That would be the question.
I think he's going to be the same thing as Jalen McDaniels at this point. Like if you trade for him, you probably won't be able to retain him. So I think that's
I think
just
that's
like the same road, right? It's just like
I think more the case because Hachimura was way more than McDaniels.
Yeah, I think so. So you definitely aren't getting Hachimura in the offseason. So it's like that's why I just like whatever. Like I don't think he was really ever like the reports came out like the Kings are interested in him, but it's like why wouldn't they be?
They're interested in OG Anunoby, you know?
Yeah, exactly. It's like you kind of have to be, but again, I never really expected the Kings to make that trade or obtain him. You know, it's just kind of same thing for like the Jalen McDaniels situation we already explained. It just you probably won't be able to re-sign him, so I give 2 second rounders for a rental for a team that's still not built to really make a really deep playoff run.
I mean, you could feasibly. I mean, I don't know. You could maybe if you could move. You wouldn't be able to keep a lot of guys with them. But if you would have been able to trade for Hachimura, I do think that the Kings would have been able to maybe retain him because he has that. There's actual like reason to want to keep him, like to maybe like step up to take him. But you'd lose. You definitely wouldn't be keeping Lyles. You'd definitely be losing a lot of financial flexibility, and you'd probably have to jump through some hurdles to do so. Mm-hmm. So it just would have been like it would have almost been like one of those situations where it's like, oh, we'll see where this goes.